to penalties. A penalty. Afternoon. And Laura Bassett, Tottenham will come here looking for all 3 points, you can be sure of that.
Yeah, they definitely will. It's going to be such an interesting...
The box. Tierney, it was on the edge of the area, but that was a little short for her. Really quickly, playing like a player in her 30s.
Yeah, she really has. She's been so impressive, and also a leader along that back four. You know, the back five, including the keeper, have been very solid, very hard to beat.
Behind, terrific counter-attack by Tottenham. Tanberg nearly on the score sheet.
Great link-up play, isn't it? Beth England down that right-hand side, peeling out, and then this ball, she's only looking for one player. It's a free header, really poor defending from Leicester, switching off, allowing a free header just at the top of the 6-yard box. But Leipzig, that's a really important save for her to get confidence, be hard to beat. You know, she really had to concentrate.
Well, she scored an amazing goal, didn't she, in the last away game for Tottenham up at Goodison Park. From about 40 yards, that was just a few yards out. Cluster of yellow inside the 6-yard box, and across it goes. And the shot will come in from Nielden. And Ali will bring it clear for Leicester City.
A really good start by Tottenham. You know, those chances, a chance on target in the opening minutes and a corner, another opportunity to put pressure on this team. You know, it spreads confidence throughout the players to really relax and enjoy your game.
Bright sunshine here at King Power. Just the second home game of the season for Leicester. They will hope to keep 11 players on the pitch this time. Shannon O'Brien. Even with 10 men, they managed to score the winning goal against Liverpool, who absolutely dominated in terms of possession. How are you seeing it today in terms of the side that wants to get hold of the ball and play?
Yeah, I think both teams will have their moments.
Ali puts it into the box and Koga gets it away. Ali again. Was a tumble inside the penalty area, and Spence just withdrew her arms as if to say, it wasn't me, I didn't do anything wrong. Referee happy to let that one go.
Yeah, I think it was a good decision. I think there was contact, but I don't think it was enough to give it to an award a penalty. But again, you have to be so careful in those moments, in those dangerous areas.
Harrison Blair, incidentally, is our referee this afternoon.
It's interesting for Tottenham because you have Drew Spence and some of them that can, the two centre midfielders that drop down, connect the play, get your passes, and then that allows Beth England then to work in the spaces behind the Leicester's midfield and defence line to come in, because she's so dangerous. She knows the play. She's got a great game intelligence.
Well, that will definitely be a free kick. Heather Payne with the late challenge. It was half a shout, wasn't it, for a possible penalty, but that man, Harrison Blair, waved it away.
I mean, it's a really good pullback by Ale. You know, she's controlled it. It's clumsy, isn't it? It is clumsy. You've seen them given, but on first instant, I didn't think it was. But You know, on a different day, different referee, it could have easily been, but...
Yeah, you got it wrong side, didn't she? Jessica Naz playing it forward. Great to see her playing today after the horrible things that she's been through this week, with yet more racist abuse on social media. Tottenham obviously appalled by it, the whole of football appalled by it. Martin Ho spoke with her this week whether she'd be okay to play today, but she certainly made of stern stuff, and I'm sure will put in a terrific performance again here against Leicester City. Spence wins it back. Leicester get onto it here, though. Ball, and Spence just happy for a little short pass. No suggestion of a big ball upfield, looking for Tanberg, the summer arrival. Norwegian, who really has hit the ground running. That game at Goodison Park, announced it with that wonderful goal, but she had an assist as well. Looks like she's going to be a real asset for Tottenham. Tierney. Ali over on that far side. It's a chase for her that she loses.
That's the way Leicester like to get out. They like to switch the play through Ale on the left, who's up and through Ale on the left, who's up and down, and Payne on the right-hand side. I thought Payne and Ale had an excellent game last week against Chelsea. You know, they certainly are full of energy, have the ability, have the physicality to go up and down, defend extremely well, but also join in the attack. And, you know, they like to get crosses in from those wide areas, so they're really important in the way that Leicester play.
Tierney. Koga intercepting, reading the play, then running into trouble. Tierney once more. Spence gives away the free kick.
We've got such an interesting midfield battle. Spence and Summerton and Tierney and McLaughlin, they're all four combative midfielders, enjoy the tackle, enjoy the aggressive play, extremely tidy on the ball. So that matchup, that battle will be so strong, whoever comes out on top.
Heather Payne takes the ball down nicely and gets a bit of a push there, not once but twice. Amanda Neildon just making sure she knows that she's there. But a first corner of the afternoon for the home side. Hannah Kane to take it. Well, it's a low sun, isn't it, at this time of the year? Will be difficult for the Tottenham defenders here and the goalkeeper. Kane with the ball in. Shot comes in from McLaughlin from distance. Picked up by Leicester City, but then given away cheaply. Jessica Naz. Leicester getting bodies back really quickly, considering it was their corner. They've really worked hard to not only get bodies behind the ball, but then win the ball back as well.
Yeah, Payne did really well to recover that. It was a sloppy pass, wasn't it? You need to look where you pass in. Don't just assume that your teammate's the closest player. You know, but she did really well to react so quickly and win the ball back.
Spence. Holt. Now should just keep that in. Spence again. Slides it up to England. That was the intention anyway. Koga. Both coaches took different approaches in midweek in the League Cup game. Rick Passmore of Leicester City made a number of changes. Gave minutes to players who needed it and players returning from injury as well. Tottenham, by contrast, Martin Ho wanted to keep the momentum going, and he named a really strong team against Aston Villa. But it's Leicester coming here with Ale. Payne at the back post, but the ball just ran behind.
Really nice approach play, build-up play, and that's what Emily Van Egmond, number 5, she gives you. She's creative. She's that creative spark that links the play, flicks round the corner. Really good pass from Thibaut, and then that little bit of creativity. And I think Ale, she's lucky she takes too long to look where she's going to pass in it without concentrating on the ball. But again, that's why Emily Van Egmond is so important to this Leicester team. She's that little bit of unpredictability and brings players in together, so they attack with more numbers.
Yeah, she's one of the summer arrivals as well, isn't she, from Birmingham City, who were pipped to promotion, weren't they, right at the death by London City Lionesses on the final day. Australian international. Scored Leicester's only goal here at home so far this season. Koga.
Koga adds so much to this back line of Tottenham. You know, a lot of composure, never looks flustered. And when you are trying to probe and play out from the back, it's so important that you have those players, because it's contagious. If they're flustered and panicky, commentator's curse, kicks it out of play, of course. But no, she does add so much quality.
Well, it's Leicester coming forward at the moment, but that's a terrific challenge. And Tottenham have it. This is a wonderful run. Options left and right. And this is England. Well, Holt's run was fantastic. It took Tottenham so far up the pitch. Gave half a sighting for England.
I mean, this is an unbelievable solo effort, isn't it? Taking and going through the heart, attacking the heart of Leicester's defence. A 3v1 in some stages. And then I just think Beth England, that first touch takes her away, and then she stutters and stumbles. And in the end, wonderful tackle by Ale. Take it for a corner.
Beth England started from the bench in midweek in that League Cup game against Aston Villa, but came on at half-time. Certainly lifted the quality of Tottenham's performance. Another corner then for the visitors. And the header was by England, and it was Naz who was, well, she was offside anyway, but she was just trying to change the trajectory of that ball and wrong foot the Leicester goalkeeper.
Yeah, another well-worked corner from Leicester. Again, you can see Drew Spence peeling off. Beth England gets a free header, but I think it's a warning, isn't it, to Leicester? You've got 3 players not marking anybody, and Jess Naz gets a free header.
And Naz has picked it up again. Leicester have given it away cheaply. A lot of yellow shirts in the penalty area. And Tandberg with a chance to score, and does. Well, it looked like the moment had gone away from her, but she's got such composure in front of goal. Scored that wonder strike at Goodison Park earlier in the season. And the big summer arrival for Tottenham Hotspur has given them the lead here at Leicester City.
Yeah, it feels like Tottenham just turned up the intensity a little bit. But I think Leicester they'll really feel that they can do a lot better. But good driving by Jess Naz. And again, Tandberg's all on her own. I thought her first touch was poor and she'd missed the opportunity. But it comes off Heather Payne, just that toe poke from Tandberg, and it's an own goal in the end. Again, but Jess Naz does so well, so positive. And here you go, Tandberg, the toe poke in the end, and it comes off a Leicester player.
Well, this might be a better angle, see if it was on target when it left her boot. I think she's going to be claiming that one. No doubt about that. Well, that was sort of all of Leicester's making, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, they'll be extremely disappointed. You know, there's so many things that they could have done. A poor clearance and then get tight to your mark. They had 2 or 3 opportunities to clear the ball.
Well, he will be delighted with that goal. But it's the defence he's been working on a lot, isn't it? And it's going to be difficult now for Leicester City, because Tottenham, admittedly, not against Manchester City, but generally have been pretty solid this season.
Yeah, exactly that. And I think, you know, it is that attacking side that they need to bring into their game. But, you know, performing like that, Holt, you know, that individual solo run changed the game for Tottenham, really up the intensity. You know, all of a sudden we're seeing more of Beth England, Jessica Naz.
Here is Naz. Tanberg it was who was making the run, but unable to be fed. Tottenham are hungry here. There's a new philosophy about their play. A lot of pressing from the front, a lot of energy. And here they go again. Referee's played advantage. It could have been a foul because Spence went down injured, but up to Naz it goes. Ale for Leicester City, who just need to get hold of the ball at the moment. Tottenham pressing again high up, trying to get a mistake. Tierney finds Payne, His pressing has been really successful in games this year. It helped create the goal at Everton. It helped create a goal at West Ham as well. And, well, Leicester's coach and backroom staff will be a little bit concerned with the way things are at the moment. Still plenty of this game to go as Tierney comes forward. And this is Ale. Comfortable save for Lisa Kopp.
That was better play, wasn't it? More encouraging from Leicester, how easy that was for them to get up the pitch. And again, it felt like holding on to the ball, waiting for Ale to join in, and she can use both foot. In the end, it was very comfortable for Kopp. But again, that was a really good opportunity for her to get a shot on goal. They just need to really take a lot of attention and care in those final moments.
Well, they're coming off a terrific performance, if not result, from last week against Chelsea, against the champions. They ran them really close, hit the crossbar late on, losing only by a single goal. And there's not many teams who run Chelsea close in the last year or so. Holt coming forward again. She's had a good start. She's going for goal here. Spence tried to win the ricochet off the Leicester player. Hunt and Tierney go head to head, literally. Hunt goes down, free kick to Tottenham Hotspur. And a really good start to the season for Claire Hunt. Stark contrast to last season. She really is showing her quality. Regular performer for Tottenham Hotspur. She's played all 360 minutes in League and Cup this season, and is forming a really impressive partnership alongside the aforementioned Toka Kogo. Here's an opportunity for Holt, and it's 2-0. Well, she's had a brilliant start to this game. And Olivia Holt has made it an incredible beginning for Tottenham Hotspur on the road here. They lead by 2-0. Scored a worldie in midweek. Fantastic goal against Manchester City that was consolation, but that was a impressive finish. And Tottenham take a firm grip of this game.
Well, it's straight in the heart of Leicester's defence, wasn't it? But the Summonham, the pass, the quality, but also Holt's movement. I think hopefully we'll see that soon, but the movement made the pass, the quality of pass from Summonham, and that's an exquisite finish. She makes it look so easy, but just to get in with one straightforward pass, to get into 1v1 in the keeper, great timing, great movement, and then the finish to match was excellent.
Well, she was a sub in that game against Manchester City, but she certainly has lit up this game. And it's gone very quiet inside the ground now for Leicester City supporters.
I think they need to regroup, where the leaders need to step up, maybe regroup, take a little bit of time out. You know, I think they've competed okay. They've made some unforced errors that are uncharacteristic to them in the last couple of weeks. But sometimes as well, these forward balls are a little bit too easy to play. They need to reduce the gaps. You know, maybe take a breather to regroup. Because sometimes you're not playing too badly as a team, but all of a sudden you look around, you're 2-0 down and the game's running away from you.
Yeah, he's trying to make some sort of tactical tweaks, isn't he, to the events that are unfolding in front of him. Interim boss at the moment. It is a situation I'm sure Leicester would like to clarify one way or the other and get it sorted out for the rest of the season. Still a lot of matches to be played, obviously. Oh, the referee's just going across to the touchline here. Shin pad. Someone has lost the shin pad. It's very nice of him. Who said referees were bad?
I know, nice of him to go and pick it up. I think he would have told us to get it herself.
Yeah, definitely. Heather Payne going into the tackle there, wins the throw in. First start was against Chelsea last week. She played the full 90 minutes. First start for the club, having arrived from Everton during the summer. Republic of Ireland international, of course, and needs to summon up all her qualities for the team, who are up against it currently.
Really good play by Sam Tierney, just to draw the foul. She's so strong up against Tamberg. It's a really good match. Again, but she does so well, draw the foul, get her body in between, so she has to go through her and pull her down. Quite clever play.
An opportunity here maybe for Leicester to get themselves back into the game. Hannah Kane needs some quality here. Van Egmond scored from a header against Liverpool. Lisa Kopp is decisive.
She dealt with it really well. Kopp, like you say, decisive, comes out early, no hesitation. Again, she's got a lot of concentration to do.
Well, she certainly enjoyed that League Cup game against Aston Villa in midweek. Not only did she save 2 penalties in the shootout, but she actually scored one as well. And it wasn't like they got to the goalkeepers. It was the 7th penalty. She said beforehand, I want to take one. Goalkeeping coach said, just concentrate on saving them. And then they got up to 6 and she said, let me have a go. And she banged hers into the back of the net and celebrated accordingly. And Tottenham won the penalty shootout, which gives them an extra point in that group stage. Leicester's progress a lot more serene. A 5-1 win at Ipswich. 5 different goal scorers as well.
It's not a bad look for Leicester. They haven't tried a ball over the top. Hannah Kane's quick. It's a good race between her and Claire Hunt. And again, just to mix up the style of the play, even though she's a little bit isolated, just to keep Tottenham guessing about how they're going to attack.
Kopp gives the ball away. Ale, Van Egmond, Tierney. This is Heather Payne. Kopp comes again, punches on this occasion. Good punch as well, edge of the penalty area. Shot comes in from Kamen. Better from Leicester.
Really good delivery that from Heather Payne on the right-hand side. Good numbers in the box, 3-4 numbers. And again, it just entices Kopp out to come and punch it. But that causes a lot of problems.
Summonen is just having a chat with the referee. She felt she got there first. Let's see if she's right. She did.
Yeah, the referee's got that one wrong. It's something that Tottenham have got to deal with, defend it properly. But yeah, she clearly got to the ball first, Summonen. Really good interception and toe poke.
Tierney with distance, straight into the hands of Lisa Kopp. Former Leicester player, of course. Just a handful of appearances for her. Sure, she will have 1 or 2 friends still at the club.
Leicester are starting to get a little bit closer on that press, aren't they? Starting to believe a little bit more and go together in numbers.
Yeah, hasn't quite worked, has it, for Tottenham the last couple of times they've tried to play out. In the end, Kopp just kicked towards the halfway line and only found a blue shirt. It's a question of where the goals are coming from for Leicester City. In terms of the WSL, they've managed just 1 so far this season in their 3 games. Admittedly, they have had some tricky matches. Manchester United and Chelsea. Into the air it goes again. Tierney on the edge, unable to win it back for the time being for Leicester City, and that looked like a foul from Ale, it was. Tierney working hard, though, for Leicester.
That sort of reaction and tackles gets the crowd going, and that's what they're going to need, Leicester. Get this crowd behind them. Start having a little bit of belief and that little bit of quality in the attack.
Yeah, they sort of came alive, didn't they, through adversity in the last game here, when they went down to 10 players, when Shannon O'Brien was sent off. 0-0 at the time against Liverpool. Very few touches of ball. You would have felt that Liverpool would go on to win that game, but the crowd got involved and Leicester responded. They need them now. Tierney nearly won it back. He's got the corner, but there was just a moment there. Spence is frustrated, I think, with a pass initially to her that put her in trouble.
Yeah, her options become all of a sudden very limited, didn't they? And there's a mixture of her own players not moving and the press that Leicester now. But like I say, that's a couple of times now that Leicester have managed to really apply a lot of pressure when Tottenham are playing out.
Yeah, they want to score when they're on top, as they are at the moment. So McLaughlin goes down, and that'll be a free kick in a really presentable position for Leicester City. Late challenge from Jessica Naz.
Olivia McLaughlin's done so well because her first touch is good, but Naz is out to press. And again, just to get that other touch round her so that Naz has to take her out. Very clever, a really good opportunity this, central to the goal. These are the moments where Leicester need to turn up, add that bit of quality and punish Tottenham. For now, you know, it's been 3-4 mistakes that Tottenham have made. That's when Leicester need to step up now and punish them.
Five in the wall. Thibaut is there. Kane has moved away. Big moment this for Leicester City. Can they get themselves back in the game? Straight into the wall. Thibaut again just tees it off, and well, there could be a counter-attack here for Tottenham Hotspur. Breaking as best they can. And the ref let it go as much as he could, and now blows up for a Tottenham free kick and the first yellow card of the afternoon.
I mean, that's excellent play by Holt, isn't it? Not only to get out and block the shot, but also then to carry the ball 20, 30 yards up the pitch, pass it on, and then for Olivia McLaughlin to get the foul on Drew Spence. But that, again, Olivia Holt's been excellent. Look at this, drive your team, really quick, keep the body in between the ball and the player. Yeah. I think she's unlucky to pick that yellow card up there. I don't think she knew much about Drew Spence running into her.
Just stopped the momentum as well, hasn't it, for Leicester City? Tottenham, no great hurry to take the free kick. They hold all the cards at the moment. Looking to come up with another possible goal here. Holt gets herself back on side. Naz goes across to try and retrieve it. Tottenham come again. Frustration for England.
It's really interesting, isn't it? Tottenham have controlled the play, had the most of the percentage of possession, and really made their shots on target count, scoring 2 out of the 4.
Pain for Leicester City. Too much pace on that one, though.
They're the moments where Leicester really need to do better. The concentration, you know, that could have been a ball down the side and they would have been into the penalty area. You know, but sometimes when you're having to work so hard out of possession defensively to press, you know, that's you start to tire and fatigue on the ball.
Well, he will be happy with the way things are going at the moment. His first season with Tottenham Hotspur, Martin Ho. Previously with Brann for 2 years until the summer, arrived in July. Had some Champions League progress with them. Got to the quarterfinals 2 seasons ago, losing only to Barcelona.
Good pressure from Leicester. They're really getting confidence now in that final third to go and press in numbers and force an error.
Tierney. Well, Leicester have had a few set plays here. Half corners and free kicks. Can they make one of them pay? Kane again across. England is back, the skipper, organising the defence, using her experience and presence. Good ball in, oh, the flick. Went wide of the target. Cayman it was. Thibaut, I should say, with the header.
This is a much better delivery from Hannah Kane. It's flat out, it's easier to attack. And just the slightest of touches that Thibaut gets. And again, it is hard with that much pace to get it goal bound, but any slight touch, could have been the difference. But again, a better delivery that was more dangerous from Hannah Kane.
Ale caught from behind. Ref says play on. Well, momentarily he did anyway, because look, there might be an advantage for Leicester City. Tamberg is being spoken to by the referee. Last warning, I think, there.
Yeah, I think she's looking to get away with the yellow card then. Tackle from behind, no attempt to make the ball. Has to be really careful.
Another long ball forward. Well dealt with by Tottenham Hotspur. The opportunity to go into the top 4 today with a victory. Tierney raiding down this right-hand side, but unable to pick her out. Nielden. Well, it was a bit of an aimless ball infield. Opportunity of a counter-attack here. Kane. Nielden making up for her error in winning the ball back, but she's picked up a bit of an injury. So too as the player she tackled, Hannah Kane. Looks to have come out of it worse.
Yeah, good timing of the tackle from Nielden. She rectifies, she waits, and then you can just see the clash of feet. But really good timing from her. If you're going to go to ground, you need to make sure you win the ball and stop the attack.
Here come Leicester once more. Kane chasing. Plays it quickly into the 6-yard box. Might break for Tierney. It will. Leicester back in it. Just over 5 minutes before half-time. And they've deserved that. After the double hammer blow that they suffered, they fought back well in this game. And Tierney makes it 2-1.
They've been so tenacious, haven't they, Leicester? They've stuck to their task, they've believed in it, and they've just keep chipping away. And again, really good build-up play. Van Egmond secures the ball, sets Hannah Kane off, and this to dig this ball out first time, really well. And again, Tierney makes that box, makes that back far post run. Again, Tottenham will be really disappointed not to defend that better, coming across your 6-yard box. But again, all credit to Sam Tierney. Relentless run into the box, hard to pick up when it's late, and she wasn't missing from there. Great finish.
Yeah, shown real character, haven't they, Leicester City? They might have gone under it 2-0 down so early on in this game. This is Holt.
But it's been a mixture of both, hasn't it? Leicester have stepped up in how tenacious they are and sticking to their test. And then since that second goal, Tottenham haven't really had another shot and had another probe, another good quality attack. So have they kind of, dropped off?
Well, you feel there are more goals in this game, and you feel that, as you said, Tottenham have just taken their foot off the gas a little bit. They've got so many good attacking players that they will sense that they can create more goal-scoring opportunities.
Again, I think Leicester will be pleased as a team, like you mentioned before, especially in the WSL, not scoring so many goals, but to get a goal when you need it, especially when you've stepped up and took the game to them, is really important.
Holt with the pass, too much for Naz, but again, Holt showing real determination and skill to wriggle away from danger and take her team upfield.
She's the star player so far, and she in this Tottenham game and the Tottenham team. She really changes the intensity and pace from defence to attack. And I think when the rest of the Tottenham players, when she's on the ball, that's it. You make your runs, you bust a gut to get in front of her because she's going to hold on to the ball and she can find those passes.
Yeah, it may be a bit of a surprise that this is the first game she started since the opening day of the season against West Ham. Measure of the quality of Tottenham squad, but yeah, she has been outstanding. Olivia Holt, 2 goals for her so far this season. The Leicester coach has got 1 or 2 things to talk about at half-time, but certainly it's a half that's got a lot better for Leicester City. They are very much in this game. Will not want to concede just before the break, though. Thibaut tidying up for Leicester, although Naz wins it back, and it's a throw-in to the visitors. England showing for the short throw. Here is England. Naz. Thibaut. Nilden.
They're the moments when Leicester can really do with a more of an attacking fast runner to exploit some space, to stretch the Tottenham back line off, to open some spaces. They're kind of waiting for each other to move. Just need that dynamic run to open up the pitch.
Tandberg losing it in centre field, but the ball forward. No real quality. Hunt tidies up. We're expecting just a minute of stoppage time in this first half. First half that has really zipped along. 3 goals. Plenty of chances as well. Kane was offside when she received that ball. So in a way, both coaches will be happy, won't they, at half-time, I think? It's sort of almost a half of 2 halves.
Yeah, I think there's been some positives and some work on improvements for both teams.
And that's half-time. Generous applause from the home supporters. They've been pleased with what they've seen, despite the fact that Tandberg gave Tottenham an early lead. She's frustrated. They went 2-0 up when Olivia Holt, one of the standout performers in this first half, made it 2-0. But Leicester worked their way back into the game, and Sam Tierney scoring at the far post to really set up a potentially exciting second half. It's Leicester 1, Tottenham 2 at half-time. So Leicester City get us underway in this second half. They did it against the odds in their last game here against Liverpool, down to 10 men. They went on to score a winner. Can they dig something out of it special again against Tottenham in this second half? Sorry, say that again, substitution?
I think Martin Ho will be expecting his team, Tottenham, to be on the front foot, be hard, aggressive, intensity, start this second half fast, exactly like they did the first.
Change for Tottenham at half-time, by the way. Spencer's gone off and Artinen has come on. Tottenham looking for this goal again to re-establish that two-goal advantage. Tanberg once more causing problems, side netting only.
Good play again, isn't it, by her? Again, squeezing the ball through, but again, she's trying to be creative on the outside of that right foot. Could she have took it on the left foot, but she's certainly drawing in so many defenders, causing a lot of problems.
Interesting, the reasons behind Drew Spence going off. We'll obviously find out post-match. Maybe an injury, possibly tactical. Scorer when these two sides met last season. A 1-1 draw here. But the 32-year-old will spend the rest of the afternoon in the stand.
Yeah, Drew Spencer's certainly been key for Tottenham over the years. She's got so much WSL experience and such a good quality player.
This is Kane with the shot, took a deflection, and Kopp does well to prevent it being a corner. Two sides have really struggled last season, 10th and 11th in this 12-team league. Contributed largely, I'm sure, to the changing of coaches during the summer. Promising signs for both at the start of the season. Tough fixture list for Leicester City to start with. Manchester United on opening day, they were well beaten in that game. Defeated Liverpool here, and then last week the champions Chelsea. Had a number of shots in that game and really was a positive performance from them. And there's a lot of positivity to be taken out of the end to that second half for Leicester City, but can they maintain it? Interesting to see how Tottenham attack this second half. Early touch there for Artinen. Are on at half-time. The Finnish international. One of the scorers in their away game at Goodison Park against Everton. Koga.
She's certainly a player that's very composed on the ball, likes to receive the ball. She can shield it, play forward passes. You know, she's already thinking one step ahead, so she'll be important to play well with Summerton in there.
Bit of afters there. Summerton is being pushed by Kane. The first time we've seen that this afternoon, a bit of needle between the two teams. Referee just calling across Summerton for the time being. I think Kane is getting the call as well. Well, we had a red card when Leicester last played, and we've got more players now just a step away. Double yellow card there.
Yeah, both those players have to be extremely careful now. But I think players get annoyed, don't they, when they try and snatch the ball off. Okay, it's up to the referee to decide where and when, but Hannah Kane's got to be careful on that second one to push her. You know, she's holding the ball. Summerlin's trying to take it off her, but then that retaliation, you've got to tread a fine line these days.
Saw it after the goal as well, didn't he? When Tierney put it in the back of the net and wanted to go and grab the ball out of the net.
Yeah, Summerlin was holding it. Yeah, the same player, Summerlin was holding on to it again. Again, you can see what both players are intending to do. Leicester get the ball and they want to kick off. They've got the momentum, and Summerlin and Tottenham to do the complete opposite.
Well, Leicester, as I've mentioned before, picked up a really silly red card here in their last game. Shannon O'Brien was on a yellow and then just argued with the referee to a point where the referee ran out of patience, gave her a second yellow, and off she went. Served a one-match ban, so she missed the game at Chelsea. Is available today, but didn't come straight back into the team, is sat on the bench and one of the options. Fair chance we're going to see her and one or two other attacking players on the Leicester bench if they fail to get this goal fairly soon to pull it back all square.
Yeah, Leicester did do that very well against Chelsea last week. They brought on the subs and they were able to keep the intensity of the pressing, the out of possession work, but also to keep threatening the Chelsea goal. So there you go, you know, Rosella Ayan came on and had a long-range shot. O'Brien, Mouchon got some minutes in the week, and Ranteler's now back from injury. So, you know, I'm sure Rick Passmore will be extremely pleased with the changes.
Long ball to the edge of the penalty area. Tottenham struggling to get it clear at the moment. Tanberg with the header. Kane comes across to take the throw in. Tanberg wins it back. Thibault finding Tierney. Keys plays it forward. Naz was caught late there, wasn't she? Yeah, the ref was right on hand. Cayman. Who, me?
It's starting to get a bit bitty, isn't it? And scrappy, late challenges. Neither team can really get control of this game and get some good momentum.
Yeah, we haven't had the flow yet, have we, at the start of this second half that we saw in that first half, particularly from Tottenham early on. Olivia Holt having some lovely passages of play. Well, it's a high line here. Tottenham try and drop it in to the edge of the penalty area. Naz with a shot. Beaten away. Instinctive effort from Jessica Naz. Leipzig did really well, diving to a right-hand side.
Yeah, she's waiting for this, isn't she? She does well to keep the ball down. Really good strike, half volley. She does well to get that much power onto it so quickly. But that's when we see the best of Leipzig get down early. She's such a great shot stopper.
She had a rest in midweek. She went to Ipswich for the game, but just sat on the bench. So she had a bit of a rest. Very steady performer last season, played most of the games in the WSL, the German. She might have some more work to do here because Naz is playing it into the danger zone and Tanberg can't get on the end of it. This is England.
Surprising, that's the first time we've seen Holt go 1v1 or look to dribble and it hasn't worked out for her. You know, everything she touched in the first half went to goal. But again, this is such a strong run by Jess Naz. Really good quality of ball into the box. Cayman just wow her, and Cayman and Tanberg are vying for that opportunity. And again, Tierney's just standing her up. Does really well not to touch the ball.
Oh, that just got away from England there. Another yard lower and she would have brought that under control, you feel, and Tottenham might have been in for a third.
the switcher plays on for Tottenham. Again, it's just about that quality, executing it well.
Tottenham's top scorer last season, player of the year as well. Just the one goal so far for Beth England. That was on the opening day against West Ham from the penalty spot. Nicely done by Ale. Initially, anyway.
Yeah, they're the moments when Ale's coming forward and Leicester just need a few runners, you know, to really exploit that space in behind. That's how they can hurt this Tottenham team.
Tottenham are set to make another change, we're hearing from the touchline. Looks like Jessica Naz could be coming off. Araya Dennis is one of those getting ready. Tierney goes in, wins the tackle. Van Edmond. Tierney again. Tierney once more. Where isn't she this afternoon? Sam Tierney, score of the goal in the first half and almost single-handedly in that attack trying to create the equaliser.
Yeah, she's been excellent. What Olivia Holt has been for Tottenham, she's been for Leicester. Sam Tierney originally wins it in the midfield and then carries on her run. And really, she's really such a hard player to track. But she's been so important. Everything comes through Sam Tierney in that centre midfield.
So a flurry of changes. Jutta Rantala first to come on. Ellen Eric Stottier is coming off. Heather Payne is also departing. Chantel Swarby replaces Payne, and one change also for Tottenham Hotspur, as flagged up before. Araya Dennis is coming on for Jessica Naz.
Well, it's interesting, the changes for Leicester. Swarby's gone straight in at centre-back. You know, she reads the game extremely well, quick, and is composed on the ball. And Rantala will be going into one of them forward areas as a centre forward, really causing problems. She's got such a fierce strike, so positive, taking on players. And Dennis for Tottenham, again, has the same profile and so tricky and dangerous. And good game intelligence, the same as Naz. So she's coming on in them wide areas for Tottenham. She really is dangerous, isn't she, when she picks up the ball and runs. About that, Kamenet's using a good experience, her leadership skills. They know that when Holt's running with the ball, something's going to be created, so they need to stop her in whatever way they can.
Keys doesn't want to lose it there. Suddenly swamped by Tottenham players. Ball just ran away from Rantala there.
Yeah, she's at her best when she's got the ball at her feet. Her vision's exceptionally good, and she had the execution to find players. She's just got to get into the game and get up to the speed and the intensity of it.
She had a really good game in midweek in that League Cup match against Ipswich. Not only on the score sheet, but 2 assists as well. Really pushing her claims for a starting place in the league team. She's been a sub in the 3 previous games prior to today. Tamberg easily read. Rantala is the target on this near side, but
a lot of errors now creeping in from both teams, isn't there? They can see what they want to do, but the execution, the weight of pass isn't quite there, the care and attention that's needed.
Thibault. Yellow card for Olga Artinen, one of the substitutes. I think we're going to get more substitutes in a moment.
Yeah, mistimed tackle. She gets the wrong side and then just clips her, but Rantala does so well to let the ball roll across her body. And she just takes the bite.
Kane with a free kick. 2 in the wall, just in case she does go for goal. But they're all lined up there, like a drill, isn't it? In it goes. Tottenham head on it. Holt wins the header and England gets it clear.
I feel like Leicester have missed that this afternoon, that second phase when it drops down. They don't win the first contact when it drops down on the edge of the box. They're a bit slow, they're late. They don't really get that second contact and really keep the pressure there. It's something they can definitely improve on.
So more changes. Kit Graham coming on for Beth England. Here's the first of them. And the armband is passed on to Summonen. Ashley Neville comes on for Rybrink.
Both these players have got huge WSL experience, you know, a lot of league appearances under their belt. And that's about how they stamp their authority. Both been missing through injury, but now deemed fit. Again, Ashley Neville will go right back and be up and down, really tenacious in defence. Then would like to join in the attack, and Kit Graham's got huge bags of a talent, has a really good vision. And we'll drop in that attacking midfield area to link the play and find those forward passes, feed those forwards with some good quality balls.
Came in with a throw. And again, into the mixer it goes. Tambo makes the run to the halfway line, expecting or hoping for a first-time ball. It took a bit of time to get it forward, and now they have. They're causing one or two problems here, but Thibaut has done really well there.
Done exceptionally well, Thibaut. Again, really good defending, read the ball well. Really experienced defending.
Tottenham will be hoping with all those changes they can change the tide of one particular statistic that shows they don't get many goals from substitutes in the WSL. Here's Tierney for Leicester City, loading the penalty area, and it was Kane. Terrific block though, behind for a corner.
I reckon that's Leicester's best play. A ball down the side initially from Thibaut, and it gets switched. And what a ball this is from Cayman. And again, Claire Hunt, the Tottenham defender, what a block that is. And you can see how much it meant to her by a reaction.
Thumbs up from Hannah Kane. In it goes over the head of Keys. Rantala. Keys just gets it away. Leicester still have it, although it's an offside against Cayman.
Again, you get the sense that Leicester feel and they can sense that they can get another goal and get something out of this game. Starting to play with a bit more composure, connect the passes.
Well, Leicester City are looking for their fourth permanent manager since December 2021. Rick Passmore has experience in the WSL. But will he get the job? Certainly has a team that are playing in his style and with plenty of heart. Been a struggle for Leicester in recent years. Fifth season in WSL, they've never finished higher than 10th. Last season, these two sides finished right next to each other on 20 points.
You can see how Tottenham have dominated the possession, but it just feels, watching the game, that Leicester really have the momentum, that they're the ones that if are going to score a goal, it might be them. The way they're playing, less disruption to the team.
Cop. Yeah. Heavy touch by Tamburg. Well, one back though by Neville. Well, at the moment, Tottenham are going sideways and backwards. Still 20+ minutes to go in this game. Koga. That's a really good pass out to the far side. Tamburg goes to the edge of the penalty area. Plenty of support. Well, they've got options here. It's towards Tamberg. She went mighty close in the opening seconds with a header that was well saved. And on 70 minutes, close as well for a possible third goal for Tottenham.
Excellent play from Tottenham. And again, once again, Holt's involved in the heart of it. Again, just waits for that pass, splits the defenders. What a wonderful weight of pass this is. And Nilden just chips it up. And they're the balls that Tamberg loves to attack. She just can't keep it down on that occasion.
Well, all the attacking players around her have departed to the bench. Beth England, Jessica Naz, but for the time being, the number 19 is staying out there. Tottenham, despite the lead, need a presence up front. They'd love another goal to just make the final section of this game a lot more comfortable than it has been for a lot of the time, really, since Leicester got back into it in the first half. You wouldn't say that Lisa Kopp has been snowed under with saves to make. Well, this would be a blow for Leicester, one of their key players. Anna Kane just feeling a leg there.
Yeah, there's obviously contact, but that's what Claire Hunt does well. The centre-back gets up close to the opponent, prevents her from turning. I think she's having a good game so far. Her and Koga really complement each other well in their centre-back position. I think Koga offers a lot of composure to Claire Hunt.
Well, that is the final act for Hannah Kane. Whether she was coming off before that, I'm not so sure, but she's certainly departing now. And Shannon O'Brien sent off in her last game here for a silly yellow card, comes on, hoping to shape it for a much more positive way. Can she go and get a goal that at least gets Leicester a point out of this game?
Yeah, light for light change with Shannon O'Brien coming in for Hannah Kane. She'll go in those forwards role. Look to cause havoc. Very, very talented on the ball. Likes to drive at players, and she's got a fierce strike, scored a variety of different goals.
Yeah, she was back in the starting lineup for the League Cup game in midweek against Ipswich. Was among the scorers, in fact, just before half-time. Fresh legs, though. Will they bring fresh impetus for the home side? At the moment, it's Tottenham and Dennis going forward.
Really sharp feet from Dennis there, cutting the ball, getting past Ali, and then it's just concentrating on that final execution of the through ball to give Tamberg, you know, a real chance to get on the end of the ball.
Koga. So impressive there, but lost the ball. O'Brien getting a first touch, but Koga was back. Well, Leicester pressing well here. They've won possession. Keese with the effort. That brings about a corner.
Again, to press, to win back the ball, to grind you down. Great work here. To pull it back to Cayman. Flick that didn't come off, but Keys wins back the ball. And again, forces Claire Hunt into a blocked effort. And this is where they need to step up these set pieces. They've had so many corners and free kicks in the game.
And it comes towards the near post, but Tottenham get it clear. Everybody back in the penalty area for the club from North London. Ali. Dennis, good tackle by McLaughlin. Swarby gets it forward.
You think Martin Ho, from a Tottenham perspective, you know, it's hard. What you want your team to control the game now, don't you? Really stop Leicester getting any momentum, control the game by passing it, moving it, and obviously another goal would put the game to bed and probably walk away with the 3 points. But you know, it just seems like Tottenham are making unforced errors and sloppiness, whether that's their unforced errors or the press and the aggressiveness of Leicester.
Swarby does well. Ale. Sorry, give me those numbers again, please. Okay, no worries. Koga's got to be sure with the weight of the pass, and she is. The Cop not getting much distance on that clearance.
Again, I think she's trying to say to Koga the details, which foot it's going, which side. You've got to take care on your passes so that it affects her decision and how she can pass it.
Kit Graham playing it forward. Tamberger's chasing, but, well, good defensive play by Leicester City, and in particular their goalkeeper. Leipzig coming out of a penalty area. Once she committed, she had to make sure she got there, and she did. Walking a bit of a tightrope at the moment, Leicester City cannot afford to concede another goal, you feel. Well, they have an opportunity here to possibly equalise with O'Brien. Thibaut. Was she gone for goal? Well, just for a moment I thought that might arc over the Tottenham keeper.
Thibaut certainly has that quality. She has a wand of her left foot. We'll have a look here. I'm not too sure exactly what whether it's a cross or whether that is an effort, but easy collected in the end by Kopp. But she certainly has the distribution and the vision to take that off.
A change for Tottenham and for Leicester. Noemi Mouchon is ready to come on for Leicester City. But Tottenham will bring on Martha Thomas first. Or will they? No, they won't. I think we're doing the Leicester change first. Well, it's a combination. Olivia Holt is off. What a game she has had today. And Noemi Mouchon, who actually started at Ipswich, played the full 90 minutes, but has had injury problems. And interim coach Rick Passmore has said that we need to just get as many minutes into her. We need to be careful. She's had some sessions, but we've just got to ease her back gently.
Yeah, certainly she was out with a long-term injury. I think before that she came to the league, very exciting prospect. Her centre forward, bags of talent and a real eye for goal. And again, it's just about her finding her form. But yeah, going forward, she will be key to this team, scoring goals, because that's what wins you games and gets you up the league table.
Yeah, that was a problem for them last year, wasn't it? They had real problems scoring goals. In fact, their top scorer only managed 4. Janice Kamen, as they go forward, and O'Brien just maybe a little bit on her heels there. The ball was played into that channel, and I think she was sensing it was going to be played to feet.
Well, again, that comes with minutes and playing together. You know, I know you play together every day in training and link up, but there's nothing, you can't replicate those games, situations when, you know, there's certain things that arise, what you're going to do and read each other's play.
Ale into the final 10 minutes. Sure. Dennis. O'Brien desperately trying to win the ball back for Leicester City. Referee has blown up due to an injury. Summonen is down at the moment.
Just getting an ankle in the tackle, wasn't it? Got caught up with Ale. And again, nothing really intentional. Just sometimes happens when you're going for tackles like that.
Well, Tottenham have made 5 substitutions. The referee waits. Stoppage time, I'm sure, will be one of those games, isn't it? As a coach, you are absolutely delighted if you hang on and win 2-1. But if you were to concede late, you may leave feeling what might have been in terms of their attitude towards the game. You just feel they've been a little bit on the back foot since they've gone 2-0 up in some respects.
Yeah, definitely. I think there'll be a lot of frustration in terms of how they haven't controlled the game, you know, and really, you know, took the sting out of the game in terms of keeping the ball. They have a lot of quality and attacking players, technical players that really could have kept the ball passing and moving and created opportunities. Tamberg's had a couple of headers, haven't they? But they really haven't created loads, which has just left the door open for Leicester to keep grinding out, stay in the game, grinding Tottenham down.
Tottenham making an appointment earlier this week. Actually, you may have seen him on the touchline. Adam Jeffrey, who's joined as first team coach. Has a lot of background experience at Crystal Palace and Reading. He's going to be helping out Martin Ho. Tamberg. Ale just needed to keep her body there. Tamberg goes right through her.
Yeah, I get the impression that she's quite frustrated, Tamberg. You know, she certainly spent a lot of the second half running, pressing, you know, not seeing loads of the ball and on the end of opportunities that she would have liked her team to create. She had to do so much running and working up there on her own.
Keys bringing it forward with a sense of urgency for Leicester City. Summonen will have to soldier on. And an opportunity here possibly for Tottenham. And well, Keys was spot on according to the referee, who was just a couple of yards away. Beautifully timed by the defender. Came into the starting lineup today, a change from their last game at Chelsea. Now, this is an interesting decision. It's quite wide, isn't it? But how's the referee going to see this tackle? It's just a yellow. Foul, I should say, on Munchen.
Yeah, and with Mouchon coming on, I feel like she's given the two Tottenham centre-backs a different problem. She's got a little bit more pace, and you can see Claire Hunt all over the place, wrong side, and again has to pull her back in order to control her.
Yeah, had it been more central and she was clean through down the middle, it might have been a different decision, but it was still a long way from goal. So an opportunity again for Leicester City to get the ball into a dangerous position. Can they win the second ball? Dennis gets it away. Tierney. Oh, she fouled. No, she wasn't. Throw into Tottenham Hotspur. Just slowing it down now into the final 5 minutes.
Yeah, this is where Tottenham's game management comes into play, doesn't it? Everyone with a wise head, see the game out. You know, they've tried to push on for a third. It hasn't quite come. You've just got to make clear, decisive decisions. Do the right thing at the right time. Don't put your team under any unnecessary pressure.
It was a long ball over the top, and well, the goalkeeper read that. Mouchon it was who was chasing it, but Kopp had a good starting position.
I think now that Mouchon has come on, Leicester feel they've got a different outlook. They can play balls in over the top, and they've got half a chance of getting on them, whereas everything before was to feet, an intricate play.
Neildon with the ball forward. Further forward it goes, and an opportunity here now for Dennis. Well, the pass maybe didn't give her the opportunity to strike it first time. Dennis goes across the goalkeeper, who sticks out a leg and keeps Leicester City in it. Well, there haven't been too many shots on target in this second half, but that was an opportunity for Tottenham Hotspur to seal the deal.
Really cheeky trip from Summerham, wasn't it? Clever play. And Dennis gets a shot off, and Leipzig just puts a foot out. Good save, good concentration from her.
Long clearance downfield. 2 minutes remaining. Leicester know there'll be a bit of stoppage time, but can they come back and at least pick up a point here against Tottenham? It's the best they've done so far against the team from North London in the WSL. Ale. Keys. Well, these supporters who lifted them in the last game, trying to lift them now as the shot spirals behind the goal. Rantala it was, trying something spectacular, getting to that situation now.
No, I couldn't see her in that, because that was Charlie Grant. Do you want me to change it? Yeah, there you go.
Laura, time for the Barclays Player of the Match.
Yes, I think it was a toss-up between Tamberg and that girl there, Olivia Holt. I thought that she was excellent. She was excellent. Everything attacking-wise came through her quality, her decision-making, and her goal was just, you know, sometimes against two teams that are closely matched, you need that quality, and she certainly gave that to Tottenham today.
And it could be the defining moment, couldn't it, of the match. Gave Tottenham that breathing space. But they've got quite a lot of stoppage time to navigate. 7 minutes for Leicester to try and find this equaliser. Mouchon towards O'Brien. Rantala chases on that far side, but it was just fractionally ahead of her and out of play.
Leicester found themselves in a similar situation against Chelsea last weekend when they were losing 1-0, and they just had to keep believing that they would create that chance, that one more chance to get a goal that would get them a point out of the game, and that's one thing that they don't stop believing. They will keep grinding you down, keep trying to create that final opportunity.
Yeah, so unlucky, weren't they, at Chelsea with that shot that hit the crossbar late on. Here's the moment for them. Tottenham trying to work hard from the front to push Leicester City back. Leicester's next game is also at home against Brighton and Hove Albion. I beg your pardon. The next game is against Everton. Here, it's Tottenham who face Brighton and Hove Albion before a mouth-watering match against Chelsea. Neville does well. Had a positive effect since she came on as sub. Trying to link up with Dennis. Rantala chasing. Wonderfully done. Tottenham have got plenty of experienced players in this lineup. Got some inexperience as well, and that was a poor pass.
I know we spoke about the Tottenham centre forwards in Tamberg and Holt, but also the centre backs have been excellent today. You know, Claire Hunt showing that composure when she's under extreme pressure from Mouchon, dropping a shoulder and playing the ball nice and calm. They've really worked well defensively, blocking shots, but also kept the composure and kept switched on, kept the players in front of them running and pressing. Made some really good decisions today.
Well, Cobb is taking just as long as is possible without picking up a yellow card from Harrison Blair. She really is pushing it to the absolute limit there. Tottenham have navigated 3 of these 7 minutes pretty comfortably so far. Of the disappointments of last year for Tottenham, the new head coach, 1 or 2 new players as well. Their goals, I'm sure, will be just to stay away from danger and push into mid-table, but with real ambition, they will feel that they've got a chance of being the best of the rest. A 5th place finish, possibly. Tierney, long ball forward. Mouchon is chasing. And still going, Mouchon. Needs some support. It's just Tottenham players around her at the moment. And she's found one of them. Neildon. And Tottenham go long, just eating up more time.
You can see, though, if they can get Mouchon fit, more minutes, you know, what a threat she will be. She will be.
Swarby finding Ale. Van Egmond coming further forward, don't they? She's done well there, Rantala, but having done well, she is unable to pick out a teammate. Leicester will have some regrets this afternoon, won't they?
Yeah, I think so. But I think they just have to keep, I mean, they can be so pleased with their determination, their focus, grinding Tottenham down, not letting the game get away from them. And also a lot of positives. You know, get Mouchon, I think, back, because I think everything for Leicester is everything neat, intricate, into feet, whereas Mouchon offers that ball in behind. She can run the back line, run into those channels and really stretch the play.
Keys plays the ball forward to Mouchon. It breaks for a Tottenham player. Dennis with the clearance. Ricochets only to Ale. Graham, anywhere will do. Referee had blown up anyway.
Thibaut and Nilbon going up for a 50-50. Again, referee has to stop the game for a head injury, of course. But yeah, you can just, with Ale deciding to go across the pitch, it's those decision makings in those final third. You know, how are you going to get yourself and the ball in the box?
Martin Ho's team nearly there. He will be hoping he's not picked up another injury. Tottenham, having used 5 subs so far, will be hoping to see out this game without any further complications. Leicester have had their injury problems as well. We've spoken about players returning. Missy Goodwin is still out injured, but she's getting better. Hope that she might not be too far away for them. That's another good attacking option to have. Nildon's okay. So stoppage time on stoppage time. Tottenham nearly there. Keys. Tamberg. Is it the corner flag? I think it is. Makes sense, doesn't it? Graham killing a little more time. Leicester looking to get the ball forward. Tottenham, for all their work, still have a lot of energy, winning the ball back. Wayward pass, though, from Artonen. She'll hope it doesn't prove costly. And there's the full-time whistle. And Tottenham have done it. Martin Ho's team, who struggled so badly last season, move into the top 4 in the WSL. Tanberg and Holt, their scorers in the first half. Sam Tierney pulled one back just before the break. Leicester City tried as best they could, but they couldn't break through again. And Tottenham register another win on the road. Tamberg's goal was crucial. Holt's finish was exquisite. Tottenham with a lot to celebrate today. They are above Arsenal in the table. Full time here, Leicester City 1, Tottenham 2.